Thank you very much. I am one of the members of the Infrastructure Development Committee of Nether Region 6. And I was there and I was present when the third party consultant presented his report, which I am going to relay with you for the better view of what has happened and as a result of his investigation and his recommendation. The third-party consultant made 28 boreholes. Every pier, there are 16 piers. There are 3 piers that has 2 board piles. And the depth of the boring is 50 meters. However, on the 5th pier, number 5, which shows significant settlement or vertical displacements of about 51.2 centimeters or about 2 feet. The pier 4, a little bit 42, and the other one is about 45 or 6. And the remaining piers has also settlement but not significant. But there are now settlement due to its own weight. We call that the dead weight. Not yet carrying an imposed load. Inaw lang gaagi ang salakyan. Meaning, it's just like standing on a quicksand that due to its own weight, you are sinking. That is what is happening. Because according to the plan, and I have the plan here, the depth of the borehole on the piers by the United Technologies Consolidated Partnership ranges from 28 to 30 meters deep only. And the depth of the bore of the piles, which is the shaft piles, or we call that the bore pile, are all 30 meters. The diameter of the single pile is about 2.8, and the double pile is about 2 meters. Upon the verification on the classifications and the cohesiveness of the soil to the steel piles. The cohesiveness meaning diffraction, no? Hakos, grip of the soil with a pile. The third-party consultant computed based on the in situ soil investigation, actual. From the laboratory result, the pier 4, 5, and 6, the board pile could only carry about 7 tons. Which, if we are going to compare this with the performance ratio of what is the design capacity with the actual capacity is very far. Because according to the third-party consultant, the board pile should carry about 35 to 40 tons, meaning only 20% or less that the pile could carry. And the rest of the piles is also having situation that it cannot carry its own dead weight of the structure. So he presented three schemes. Number one scheme, which he really proposed, is that on Pier 5, 4, and 6, there will be a pile cap. Meaning, he is going to introduce 4 additional piles to compensate with the remaining weight to be carried. But the depth is 40 meters. We asked the third-party consultant, Sir, did you determine what is the depth of the, in our layman's language, the hard pan or the bedrock? He said no. Because on pier number 5, he even conducted his due diligence. He even added 5 meters more, make it 55. But then, he could not find the hard pan. Dalong pa. Now, so, he computed the strength of this additional 4 plus, excuse me, the 7,000 tons that supposed to be carried only by the existing pile. And he also included the worst case scenario in case of earthquake. Since the result of his soil investigation shows that the ground is very soft, silt, sand, with gravel, down to 55 meters. He decided to compute the strength of the piles due to, or on the basis of soil cohesiveness. And he derived 4 additional piles, a group of piles within that pier, meaning the existing is on the center and the remaining 4 surrounding the existing, and put a pile top. He considered the worst case scenario in case of liquefaction. Now, I raised a question also that we are not comfortable with founding the structure on the basis of soil cohesiveness or just on the basis of soil cohesiveness.
Excuse me, Nilo. Would you like to show this is the one that you...
Pakita ko na nasubong.
Would you need me?
Yes, please. And of course, he is going to demolish pa the span between pier 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. And of course, to give way for the equipment because of the headroom. And it is about 250 million. And the rest will be underpinning. Meaning, improve niya lang ang soil composition to improve the grip or the friction between the soil holding soil in the steel pile. But still, in Tagalog, nakabitin pa rin. Iba ang nakaupo. Is not yet still founded on strong foundation. Ang second niya is jet grouting only. And the third is going to have a large beam, we call that the portal, support that on both ends, pero dito na to iya sa property line o kung sa road right of way makatindog, it's not possible. Now, so those are the three. Now, sabi namin, sabi din na ni Director, magtulungan na lang tayo. Now, I came with the fourth proposition, which we are not going to demolish anymore. That's number 4. That not demolish na lang. No demolition. And this time, we are going to use the piled raft footing. Piled raft footing using the ineng-driven piles na. And the raft footing is underground shallow footing resting on a group of piles. Now, so wala na kita demolition. And of course, the whole pier now will be what they call this resting on a stable ground. By the way, the constraint this is we are going to qualify for the following requirements. Is it doable? That's one question. Without taking or demolishing the superstructure.
Excuse me, Engineer Jardeleza. Where did you get this this design, this configuration?
I came from that. I get that from the wisdom of from prayer and wisdom of God and from experience. That's I have my 40 years, 44 years in academe. I am handling the design. No?
That's why we are thankful to have you always here with us.
And of course, I am also a member of the Association of Structural Engineers of the Philippines. And Sir Adam Abinales is our colleague. In fact, he is one of the authors of the National Structural Code of the Philippines. And we have an agreement that we will help our profession. So, sa CR pa, nagkausap kami, pare, tulungan na lang tayo. So, I said, I am going to help. No? So, I came up with this. Now, the equipment is special equipment. The driving pile driver is a special equipment. And I have researched, it is now available, but it is in Indonesia. It is the hydraulic static pile driver. No? The width is only about 4.1 meters, and the length is about 10 meters. No? So I plotted that on the roadway. It's 5 plus meters. So igo siya. Now, it is doable. And we are not going to recommend the pile driver that is a hammer type. It will demolish the structure. It will demolish the structure if you are going to use that. You know, pier number 5 is settling at about 5 mga 51.2 meters, centimeters. And you know, it is now tilting down. And the cantilever beam in the cross member,
Walang shoring.
may ano na siya, angkat, no? Katal of about 15 centimeters na. So pag naupos mo na, ang ginatungtungan, mahulog na sa tanan. However, if you still vibrate that, manaog ang board pile. Hindi lang nga manaog, very fast. So no vibration, no noise. So we need a hydraulic static pile driver. And no drilling. It is not drilling. It is just static. Ginapress niya lang na.
Ginadjak niya.
Inadjak niya lang na, no? Hydraulic yung ginagamit sina. But we need an intelligent equipment in the absence of our intelligence. Now, without this, we cannot do it. We cannot do it. The equipment could press to the ground 0.9 meters in a minimum per minute to a maximum of 8 meters per minute. Now, if we have one or two of that, and we are going to rectify and place the pile wrap foundation for the 16 piers. Maybe isa lang ka bulan tapos niya na ang iyang obra, and very fast. And we are going to save the superstructure and with a minimal cost, and with also a foundation that is founded on a stable ground. Now, that cost about $300 in Indonesia. Mga 300,000 sorry, $300,000 in Indonesia. You can find that in Google. You can search that. No? It is still available. And but 15-18 million, siguro about na nasa 18 million. Bisan mabakal pa ng DPWH, duha ka bilog, sina, no? And hindi na siya pwede ihatag na sa kontraktor. It must be in terms of EPC. EPC contract. EPC for the foundation only. EPC is engineering procurement contract. So, hindi na siya pwede i-design nun na isang consultant. No. It is that equipment which is going to make it. No? We are going to, because it is an intelligent heavy equipment. And to have that, require siya sang training on the operator. So it's computerized now. So to fast track, siguro mangita na lang ta sina, mabakal ta duha ka bilog sina, and dasigon ta ang ato nga obra. And ang sa dalom, that is already very simple. Tabilya, balas, bato na lang na saya kag siminto. And could be taken care by the local contractor. Now, I have prayed so much for this that the wisdom will help us, because this is a challenge. This is a challenge. Iloilo City is the hub of engineering, and I am also in the academy. Uluya man. si Sir Alo, taga-wit na. So, hindi ko pa siya pagbuligan. And I am also in Iloilo. So,
Thank you.
maano lang ko, I am just going to watch. I'm just like a person. I saw a person sitting on a keg of powder, and then gunpowder, and somebody is smoking. Hindi ko siya pagsawayon. So, Sir Al, Ma'am, I would like to present, kung pwede, madagdag natin yan kay Sir Adam Abinales. Anyway, we are on the same profession. Magtulungan na lang tayo. So, with this, ang findings ni Sir Adam Abinales is that the structure is founded really on a very soft soil. Now, I also voice out that we have also a reference, no? A reference at the back of the big mall. No? We have the Tigo River. No? May tulayda. No? At about 60 meters from the from Ungka Flyover. It is a bridge there. And, you know, I am proud to say that the design and implementation was done by Sir Al. Yan asang regional office ang designer. Napatay na to ang designer. si Tadi, no? And of course, ang nag-pile driver na kag ang nag-soil investigation is the Region 6. You know, nakitaan ko ang equipment sa Region 6 kag ang equipment sa nag-borehole nila passing by. Daw apo lang na o daw agot lang na sang iya sang Region 6. And I'm going to vote. Kung ang Region 6 ang nag-imo soil investigation, wala na natabo. United, ano to? Yes, I'm telling you, kung Region 6 na nag-ubra, wala na natabo. Because the mga bridges ng Region 6 lang tawabala, wala nag-amo sina. Sir Alan, correct? So, anyway, ara na so, bululigan ta na lang. So, with that presentation, I hope mabuligan man sa province nga ma-present ni. And I'm going to present that also sa June 8 on our IDC meeting on the NEDA, no? By the way, wala pa na siya sa structural analysis, ha? That is only concept. The structural analysis will still be done by the third-party consultant. Thank you very much.